matter is coming up in the Supreme Court is going to be very closely watched. The Supreme Court will hear tomorrow a plea challenging the Karnataka High Court order that upheld the Congress Karnataka government's decision to invite a Muslim Booker Prize winning author to inaugurate the iconic Dasara Festivities in Mysuru. The petitioner has questioned the judgment on the grounds that it totally strips the Hindu identity of what's essentially a religious occasion. H.S. Gaurav, the petitioner, says, and I quote, "This is a plea against the Karnataka government's decision to allow a non-Hindi to perform Agra Puja at the Chamundeshwari temple for the inauguration of Dasara in Mysuru. The inauguration would involve lighting of lamp before the sanctum sanctorum of goddess Chamundeshwari. The High Court erred by not appreciating that this cannot be performed by a non-Hindu," unquote. The High Court had ruled, saying, quote, "Participation of a person practicing a particular faith or religion in celebrations of festivities of another religion does not offend the rights available under the Constitution of India," unquote. The Congress government in Karnataka had justified its decision to invite a Muslim on the grounds that Dasara was devoid of religious connotations. Siddaramaiah, the Chief Minister, has come out and said Dasara is a non-religious festival. Everyone celebrates the Dasara Nada festival. Therefore, it is appropriate for it to be inaugurated by writer and activist Banu Mushtaq. I was given authority in a high-level committee regarding the selection of the Mysuru Dasara inaugurator, unquote. The Supreme Court will have to settle the debate tomorrow. It will have to consider some questions. Should a court be allowed to determine the religious character of Hindu festivals? That's the question I want to put. And let's go out there. Mr. Khan, let me begin with you first. Should a court be allowed to determine the religious character of Hindu festivals? You have had a problem with courts trying to determine the religious character of monuments, especially of masjids, especially, let me be very clear, the Gyan Mapi Mosque.
No. Courts have been deciding all the cases that comes before it. I come from Bengal. No, yes.
1991, you invoked the Place of Worship Act saying that there is no right to, there is no right to determine the religious character of any.
It is the Supreme Court and it is the ex-Chief Justice of India, Chandrachud, who openly admitted that he was guided by divinity, divine intervention to pass that Babri Masjid judgment. No, I'm not finished.
Where is the order?
The point here.
Where is the order? Show it to me in writing. You just made that comment. Show it to me in writing. Yes. Where is the order?
Now, since you don't
Where is the order?
Since you don't know, the judges were so scared that they did not even write their name in the order.
Immediate contradiction pointed out by Vishnu Jain in about 6 minutes. Previous debate he was showing, previous debate the same Mr. Khan was saying, show us the written order, you can't go by oral arguments. Now he's invoking an oral argument, viewers, to justify his point. But the fact is it a fact, yes or no, that the Places of Worship Act, I'm asking you a legitimate legal question.
Fight with me. Rahul,
Mr. Khan,
don't
can I ask you a question?
You have asked you a question, now please patiently.
No, I just want to ask you a question which you are not answering. Should a court be determining the religious character of Hindu festivals or religious places, yes or no?
No, just be patient, okay?
Yeah.
No, I come from Bengal. And what is the culture of Bengal? Dharmo jar jar, Utsav shabar. This is the culture. This is the cultural capital of India, Calcutta. This is the state which has given Rabindranath Tagore, Amartya Sen, and so many Nobel laureates. What is the culture? Dharmo jar jar, Utsav shabar. Yani, what does it mean? It means then festival is for all. You may be a Hindu or a Muslim, but you may come and celebrate the festival. In Christmas, all people of all religion come and celebrate the occasion. In Eid, people of all religion come and celebrate it. Now, if there are people, I don't have any, I don't live in a denial.
In Eid, sir, should a non-Muslim, hang on, let me ask you a question. Are you okay with a non-Muslim leading the prayers in Eid? Are you happy with that? No.
That's called religious ritual.
So this is not a religious ritual.
Did you ever not join your classmate in Eid?
Let me bring in Vishnu Shankar Jain on this point. They say, viewers, 1 second, this is a very important point. Okay, Mr. Khan, fine, I understand. You are saying this is not a religious occasion. Okay, Khan Sahab, you are saying that this is not a religious occasion.
Very wrong place.
You are
You
saying...
did not live in an inclusive
Okay,
society.
fair enough, fair enough.
So pity of you. You
Yes,
did not
yes.
live in an
Yes,
inclusive
yes, I know,
society.
sir. I was living in Srinagar. I know exactly what an inclusive society it is. Thank you very much for telling me, giving me gyan. Okay, now 1 second. Vishnu Shankar Jain, let me ask you a simple and straightforward question tonight. He says that, you see, Dasara is not religious. This puja also is not religious. The God is also not religious. Everyone's God.
See, Rahul, first let me answer this entire question from the perspective of Constitution. As per Article 26B, subclause B, it is very, very important that you must understand that this is the essential religious practice. And this essential religious practice was laid down by a 5-judge bench, which is the Constitution bench judgment of the Supreme Court in Shirur Mutt case. So if something is essential religious practice, a non-believer who is alien to the faith cannot inaugurate those proceedings. Yeah, definitely everyone can celebrate Diwali. Everyone is invited to celebrate Dasara. But so far as inauguration of the ceremony is concerned, inauguration of the ceremony will only be by a person who is a believer of the faith. And the same controversy, Rahul, if you recollect, happened 5 years back when there was Bhumi Pujan of Ram Mandir. And a suggestion was made that it should be, the Bhumi Pujan should be made by a hand of a Muslim person. And it was completely refused. Now, let me ask my dear friend, Mr. Tausif Ahmed, that tomorrow if I give a suggestion that I want to make biryani, which is not halal, for a Eid, will you accept? If I give a suggestion to Mr. Tausif Ahmed that if we want to make savaiya of Eid, which is not a halal, will you accept? Because you will abide by your religious text, which is that you have to consume halal food. So in the same level, if there is a Dasara ceremony which is being celebrated in Karnataka, it is our right that Dasara ceremony must be inaugurated by a person who is a believer of the faith.
This is the same Tausif Ahmed Khan, correct me if I'm wrong, Vishnu Shankar Jain, who was saying in the Waqf bill, there is a provision for non-Hindus to be included in the management committees. Yes or no?
Yes.
And they had a problem with that.
Yes. So same analogy we are also drawing, that if in a Waqf board there can't be non-Muslims, so far as Hindu rituals are concerned, Hindu festivals are concerned, these are essential.
I can't hear you, Mr. Khan. You put your mute on, I think, again.
You cannot compare apple with oranges.
Oh, I see.
Inviting someone as a guest and allowing someone to take over the management is completely different things.
Can I ask you a question, sir? You say you come from a culture where you celebrate...
Okay,
you say that...
So, I just want to ask one question.
Obviously, it's different from allowing someone, inviting someone as a chief guest.
The Ashok Stamp, which was vandalized in Kashmir, are you with that act or are you against that act? The Ashok Stamp which was vandalized in Kashmir, are you with that act or are you against that act?
You are a super litigator. I'm sure you have filed
I'll just say one thing, viewers. Can I ask you, Mr. Khan, you come from Bengal, you say where there is an inclusive culture, right? That's what you were saying. Can you say the word Jai Shri Ram?
What does that mean? Are you going
I think that debate is settled, viewers. I'll leave it at this. I'll leave it at this, viewers. Now you understand? This is the inclusive culture. This is the inclusive culture that Mr. Khan was talking about. It's easy to sit in judgment and dismiss another faith and other people's sensitivities. But when it comes to your own, you want to stick by your dogma. I proved it in one line. Just asked him, say Jai Shri Ram. Could not. And he comes from a state where they say that all religions must be celebrated equally by everybody, vociferously, inclusively. Because this is a problem. This is a big problem. They're stripping Dasara of its Hinduness, and it is being done for appeasement. That is a charge that is being made by the petitioners. Tomorrow the Supreme Court will be called in to look at this issue. Let's see what they say. Time is running out. The festivities are going to begin in the next 72 hours, viewers, or less. I'll leave it at this. Thank you for watching.